Good afternoon. Welcome to Dade Elementary's Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic segment for today. My name is Joni Houts, and I'm the face of Dade Elementary. When you walk into the front door, you'll see me. I'm actually the secretary, but you'll see me when you walk through the front door. And this is Mrs. Allison Thompson, and she'll be with me on the show during this segment. We would like to talk about, our segment will be about pre-K. Pre-K is a big program at Dade Elementary. We have 88 students in our program at Dade Elementary, and we've kicked off our registration for the 2019-2020 school year. So what we want to talk about today is that process and how we can get your 4-year-old involved in our program at Dade Elementary. It's a wonderful program, and we're just real excited about it. It just keeps growing every year. So this year we had pre-registration for pre-K back last Tuesday, the 12th. We had an overwhelming turnout for registration. It was unbelievable, wasn't it?
Yes.
We have 86 spots this year. We have gotten up to 83, I believe it is, 82 or 83, and we really want to get your child in pre-K. So if you know of a 4-year-old that's out there that will be 4 or that already is 4 by September 1st, we want to get your child in Dade Elementary in our pre-K program. It's a wonderful program, and we'll talk about that in just a few minutes. We will have open registration at this point right now. Come in anytime, any day. However, those spots are not guaranteed. So we do have a few little spots open, like I said, a few spots that we want to fill with your child. If you have any questions about registration, we urge you to call our school, Dade Elementary, at 657-6165, and we'll give you all the information we can. All you really need to register your child for pre-K is a copy of that child's birth certificate. That's the only thing we have to hold the spot. However, depending on when school starts, I believe it's August the 7th, is that correct? Yeah, August the 7th is our first day for school next year for the 2019-20 year. So we've got other information that you'll have to have, of course, but we will hold that spot with a copy of the child's registration. So you can call the school, you can speak to me, you can speak to Ms. Thompson, or whoever really answers the phone can help you. But we would love to have your child in our program. Now, I was going to introduce Ms. Thompson here. We've talked about her just briefly, but I'm going to let her introduce herself and tell you more about her. But let me just talk a little bit more about pre-K, and then, and you have anything you want to add to?
You were telling them about how many spots we've already filled, but the good thing is, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but even if you come in and those spots are full, we do keep a waiting list. So there are times when, people are planning on coming, and then something happens, and maybe they move, and spots open up, and then people fill into those spots that are open. Is that correct?
That's exactly right. And I'm glad you brought that up.
Don't hesitate to, even if you're starting to hear that program is full, don't hesitate to come and get your paperwork in, because you don't know that there's not going to be more opportunities as the time goes on.
A lot of people will come in and say, oh, I want a spot, but they're not sure they want to send their child. They need to think about it. That's okay. But we really want to get those people on a waiting list that are waiting that do want to get into that spot. So if you hear that we're full, come in and put your child's name on that waiting list, get that application processed, and I'm glad you said that. It will get them right there at that waiting list and ready to move in when something does happen. And we actually have turnover throughout the year. So if we, if we open school up and a child starts, sometimes they withdraw, after a week or two. If something's just not feeling right for them, they'll pull their child out and, maybe want to wait, and they'll open a spot for yours. But let me just go on to say another piece of information we will have to have. We don't have to have it for the registration part, but just throughout the year, they'll have to have an updated shot record. They'll have to have a dental, vision, and hearing screening. Your child's physician or your local health department can help you with those 2 forms. We'll need to have a copy of your child's social security number. We will also need to get proof of residency, and that is just a form, an affidavit that you'll need to get. You'll go to the Board of Education, and they will let you start that process. You'll just fill out a form, and they will just tell you what you have to have to get that residency started. But that's just something that you'll need to have before school starts. And I'll be the one that'll be contacting you throughout the summer to let you know that. But we just really want to encourage everyone, if you can, to just come and get your child's registration process started so we can get you in that spot. Okay, I'm going to let Ms. Thompson talk for just a few minutes. She's going to tell you a little bit about a day in the life of a pre-K student, or what goes on in pre-K. So, Ms. Thompson, I'm going to turn it over to you.
Okay. Like she said, my name is Allison Thompson. I am the pre-K coordinator at Dade Elementary, and this is my second year here at Dade Elementary, and it's been really fun for me to become a part of that pre-K program and kind of see what everything is all about here. The program is bright from the start. It is a program that is a pre-K program. It's across the state of Georgia, and it's a really excellent program that just really works on all of those things, getting your child ready as far as like social and emotionally ready as being a part of that school program and that school process. So they're working on routines and even simple things like how are you part of a large group, or how do you participate in story time, and things like that. So I know a lot of parents start thinking like, well, they don't know their numbers yet, or they don't know their letters yet. Well, we're not worried about that in pre-K. So once you get there, we'll teach you how to be a part of like the classroom environment as a whole, and those little pre-academics get snuck in there through play and activities at the table and center time and things like that. So
that pre-K class is amazing. We have 4 classrooms. I didn't mean to take that away from you.
No, go right ahead.
We have 4 classrooms with the teachers in there. You want to talk about the teachers a little bit, about their credentials? And
yes, we have 4 teachers, and most of them have been there longer than a year, and some of them even 5 years or more, and they do an excellent job, and they build relationships with the children and their families, and really foster a love for learning and a love for being at school.
Yeah, they do.
And that's hard. This is pre-K is a challenging
all
year.
Our teachers are actually certified teachers. Is that correct?
Yes, ma'am.
And then we have parapros in each class. So you actually have a teacher and a parapro in each class. Yes. And each class is limited, to the amount of students they have. But something I did want to mention real quick before we have to take a break. Pre-K is a full-day program. It's a full-day program, just like regular school for older children and other grades. A pre-K student can ride the bus to school and from school. So they come, bell rings at 8 o'clock. The doors open up at 7:30. They can ride the bus home from school, and they just participate in the day at Dade Elementary just like the other students. They just have their own little pre-K world going on.
And like a typical schedule for a pre-K would be, you can drop off in the classroom, and then you have breakfast, and then you transition back to the room and have, maybe story time or a large group time, and then small group at the table, and lunchtime, playground time, and then you do have a rest time or a nap time at the end of the day, and then get up and have a snack, and it's time to go home.
Right. Now, our pre-K program at Dade Elementary has been around quite a while, because I will say this, and I think I've shared this before. My son, who's 27, started pre-K, so I know it's been here that long, 27 years so far. Well, 25 years at least, but a little bit more. But it's been around a long time. We've got a great program at Dade Elementary. So if you want to close with anything else,
it's a wonderful program. My daughter was also a part of that just last year. So
we will be
really
taking
wonderful.
a break here in just a moment. And thank you for listening. And call Dade Elementary if you're interested, or know someone that has a 4-year-old that can come to Dade Elementary.
Georgia Northwestern Technical College is now accepting applications for classes. We offer programs in business, health, industrial, and public service at 6 campus locations with financial aid options as well. Take day, evening, or online classes to get your degree, diploma, or certificate. Apply now. Drop by one of our campuses today or check us out at gntc.edu. Georgia Northwestern Technical College. Get focused. Get hired.
Come enjoy pizza for lunch or dinner in a family-friendly atmosphere at Stevie B's Pizza in Fort Payne. Enjoy the buffet and salad bar anytime, or have a specialty pizza made to order. At Stevie B's, take advantage of 2 Stamp Tuesday for adult and senior buffets, and Thirsty Thursdays when drinks are free after 4 p.m. Take out any medium pizza weekdays between 2 and 5 for just $4.49. And on the weekends, take out any 2 large pizzas just $14.99. Book your parties now by calling Stevie B's at 256-979-1234. Stevie B's Pizza, 2200 Galt Avenue North, Fort Payne. Can you gig it? Oh, yes, you can. We know you've been waiting for a long time, and now Tennessee Valley Net is bringing it to you. Gigabit internet service now available in certain areas of Dade County. Not just fast, super fast internet service now available from Tennessee Valley Net. People are talking, I mean really smiling, about gig speed internet available in limited areas from Tennessee Valley Net. Call today at 706-657-4367 or log on at tvn.net and see if gig speed is available where you are. We know you'll gig it from Tennessee Valley Net. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank Marion Countyans will ever need. At 402 North Cedar Avenue in South Pittsburgh, 4765 Main Street in Jasper, and at 14087 Highway 28 in Whitwell, providing the highest standard of customer services with a personal touch. Our associates can help you with personal loans, personal lines of credit, a variety of mortgage loans, and more. And we offer real-time internet banking too. See us in South Pittsburgh, Jasper, and Whitwell today. Citizens Tri-County Bank, the only community bank Marion Countyans will ever need. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Hello, welcome to our second session of Reading and Writing and Arithmetic for Dade Elementary School. I'm Billy Broom. I'm the assistant principal at Dade Elementary School. And with me today I have Amelia Anderson. She's one of our superstar students who's going to help me go over some of the things that we have upcoming for testing. One of my responsibilities at school is I'm the school testing coordinator, and we have our Georgia Milestones test coming up, and I'm responsible for preparing that test and administering that test to our almost 800 students at our school. And it's a good time of the year for us, but one thing we want to make parents aware of at this time of the year when we have our test, that by the way, the tests begin on April 23rd. We have a test on April 23rd, April 24th, April 25th, and then the following week for 5th graders we have 2 more tests on April 29th and April 30th. On those test days we have the test, it's very important that you do your best not to schedule any routine appointments. Of course, there are emergencies, and if a child is out sick, we do have testing plans in place for retakes for those children that are out sick. But students are not allowed to take the test if they miss it for reasons like they had a birthday party and they decided to leave school early that day, or they're on a family trip that day, or just routine medical things like they're going to the orthodontist to get those teeth fixed. That needs to be scheduled on another day. Remind your kids too, one of the big things about testing is there's too much stress with testing. Testing is a time that we are going to showcase and highlight all the good things we've done in the year. I compare it to an athlete on game day. Game day is the day you go out and you shouldn't be nervous. That's when you get to go perform and show what you've learned. So with that, Amelia, do you have some test-taking tips that you'd like to share?
I do, and these are mainly focused on the night before testing starts. You should let your kids go to bed 30 minutes earlier than usual so they can be rested for the test. They should wear comfortable clothing and keep a sweater with them because the rooms that you're testing in could be kind of chilly.
Also with that, it's wear comfortable clothing because on test days, when the test is over, what are some of the activities that you'll be involved in?
Some of them that we can do, we watch movies and we eat snacks. We just kind of get to take it easy after tests because we've worked hard to do our best.
That's right, and the test sessions are long. They're longer than most tests that you take in the year. Was that right? So, for example, the first test that we'll be giving, the English Language Arts for the writing portion, it's around 90 minutes long, and some students will take even twice that amount of time. And then the next day they have to come back and take 2 more long segments. And so we try to keep everything pretty laid back during testing days, and let's just concentrate on feeling our best and doing our best for the test. What are some other ideas that could help them on the test?
You should remember also wear comfortable clothes because testing requires sitting for long periods of time, like he said. And you should also let your kids eat breakfast before arriving at school, or get the school breakfast so they can be pumped up and ready to go. Mm-hmm. You should also plan for your kids to arrive at school a little bit early so they can have time to be calm and get focused.
Yes, I like to add to that. That is very important. On testing days also, we must start the test at the same time school-wide. And for us to get the test done in time to have our normal lunch schedule, we'll be starting tests just a few minutes after the tardy bell rings. And I'll actually get on the intercom and say, it's now time for you to begin testing. At that time, all the hallways where we're testing, the doors will be closed, and if a student arrives after that point, they won't be able to begin testing that day, and they'll actually have to be put into a makeup session for the test. And so we'd like to try to get everyone tested on the first day, the day it's scheduled. What else do you have for us?
And the last thing is this may be the most important thing overall. Encourage your child to relax and show their best work. Because this, like he said, is the time for them to show what they know and show what they've learned this year.
That's right. It's time to rock the test. And do you feel like that the teachers at Dade Elementary have prepared you for this Milestones test coming up?
I do. I feel like I will, and all my classmates will probably pass the Georgia Milestones.
And why the Milestones is important is it shows student growth. And so it's going to show Amelia and her parents, she's going to get to see this is where she was last year, this is where she is this year. And it's going to show that huge amount of growth that you made from one year to another. And that's a really good thing about the test. As far as for parents preparing for the test, actually academically preparing, your teachers have done that at school. Your child is ready for this test. They're going to show you, they're going to show themselves, they're going to show the school that they have learned what they've learned throughout the year. The only thing that they can really do to prepare at home is take some type of practice test so they get familiar with the format of the test. And you can find information about that on the DadeCountySchools.org webpage. You could actually, there's some practice questions that shows the format of the test. If you don't have access to that, you can come to the office, and for $5 we'll print you that out. It is quite a few pages of materials, but we can provide that if you need that as well. And then also it's kind of like a party around school, I think, when testing. Do you remember what happened last year before you took the test?
Before we took the test, we didn't have much time, but just before we kind of relaxed, we got in our seats.
Do you remember our pep rally we had?
Oh yes, the pep rally. That was so funny.
What were some things that, do you remember, you can tell us about walking down the hall and all the other students?
There were graduates, high school graduates that walked down the hall, and we got to hold banners and signs congratulating them, and we kind of got to see that would get to be, we would get to be that.
And then
later on,
we'll put off our pep rally, kicking off. The different grade level teachers and the office staff do a skit. You said, what did you remember seeing me in last year?
He was wearing pajamas, and it was a skit about bedtime. And
getting that good, we talked about getting that good night's sleep. And the year before I was Yoda, and I'm not sure exactly what the office ladies have planned for me, but I'm sure they'll have me dressed up and being some fun character this year. But the main thing that we want you to know, the students to know, and the parents to know, is that this should be an exciting time for us, and it is an important time for us, because how we use this material, like I said, the most important thing is we use this information to look at Amelia and say, this is where Amelia was last year, this is where she is this year, this is what she's grown in, and possibly this is an area she didn't grow as much in, so we know that she might need some extra help in that area next year as well. This information is also used to give our school CCRPI scores. It's a very important part of our program. Dade Elementary School, ever since I've been here, we've always beaten the state average in these things. And so we're really looking forward to this time. In our next segment, we're going to have some information about All Pro Dads.
When you need a licensed plumber, call Stacy Ledwell and the staff at Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Mr. Rooter provides your home or business with advanced solutions using high-tech equipment. Our commitment to customer satisfaction shines through in our personalized service. When you schedule an appointment, our professionals will dedicate time to explain the work that has to be done. Our staff will give you upfront pricing, so you'll know exactly what's involved before any work begins. We even pump septic tanks and do new construction on houses. Fully licensed, bonded, and insured, Mr. Rooter in Scottsboro. Call Stacy Ledwell today to set up an appointment at 256-574-4710.
You don't want to miss this. It's the $79 Eliminator Sale this Saturday only at Landers McClarty Ford, 1916 Glen Boulevard, Southwest Fort Payne. Get a car for $79. Done deal. For $79, $79 a month. Get there. Pre-register at 8 a.m. At 9:45, we open the gate. You find the vehicle you're in love with. You'll have first chance when the Eliminator comes around at 10 a.m. sharp. Slashing prices. Don't worry about the weather. Just be there. Call now for details. 256-845-1101. It's this Saturday only at Landers McClarty Ford. Don't miss it.
A time-tested financial institution equipped with the latest banking technology. The Bank of Dade, with mobile banking to fit your on-the-go lifestyle. Download our latest app today for your iPhone, Android, or tablet to bank on the go. Check your balance, pay bills, make deposits, and keep track of your account anytime and anywhere with the Bank of Dade's smartphone app. Make life easier by using today's most advanced banking technology to your advantage. Call us at 657-6842 or visit on the web at bankofdade.com. Your hometown bank since 1956, the Bank of Dade. Main offices on Highway 11 North in Trenton, and drive-thrus on Highway 11 North and Highway 136 West. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Country cooking with family recipes. That's what you'll get at Howard's Restaurant, offering a full menu for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Plus an all-you-can-eat lunch and dinner buffet. They make all their homemade bread and pizza dough and sauce. Come by Howard's Restaurant for special buffets. They're open Tuesday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. and Sunday, 11 a.m. to 3 p.m. Howard's Restaurant in Eider, located in the Old Cabbage Bowl Restaurant. Catering is available. Call today, 256-657-4191.
Cheryl Haynes. I'm one of the counselors at Dade Elementary School, and for this segment of Reading, Writing, and Arithmetic, we are so excited about announcing our All-Pro Dads. And All-Pro Dads is a program that was the initiative of Principal Tracy Blevins and supported by Counselor Tanina Bice. I'm the other counselor at Dade Elementary School. This is an international program, and it is affiliated with Family First. It is designed to support and inspire dads to provide encouragement and guidance and fellowship especially. And then today I have a very special guest with me. So for those of you who watch this show, you've seen several of us from Dade Elementary, but today I have a special guest, a real live All-Pro dad. This is Mr. Nathan Cravat. I'm so glad you're here, Nathan.
It is good to be here. Thank you, Cheryl.
Good. I'm glad. Mr. Cravat, or Nathan, as we call him at school, he is the pastor of Hope Church. Several of y'all, I'm sure, have seen Hope Church. It's out on Hall Lane in Trenton. Nathan is officially an All-Pro Dad because he has raised 4 children, lives in Dade County and has for many, many years, has been married for over 20 years. Just hearing his story and his testimony and his life, it's an inspiration to me. I'm raising children of my own. I'm a working mom. And Nathan, just tell us a little bit about yourself and maybe this program.
Awesome. Thank you. Well, first of all, being a dad is one of the greatest blessings and privileges of my life. I have 4 children, as Cheryl said already. Austin, who is graduating from Lee University this year, and Elena. Yes. Elena is a sophomore at UNG in Dahlonega, and Elise is in the 6th grade at Dade Middle School, and then Mia is in the 4th grade at Dade Elementary. And today is Mia's birthday, so I'm going to do a little shout out. Happy birthday, Mia. I love you. And actually, I've been married 23 years this Saturday. So my anniversary is this Saturday. So
well, happy anniversary.
Thank you very much.
Wonderful.
So All Pro Dads Day provides an opportunity for dads to spend time with their kids at the school setting. We invite the dads to come one day a month and have breakfast with their student. And it was really cool. The first one we put on was this past week, and we didn't know whether to expect 2, 3, 12, 20 dads to show up. We had over 50 dads that showed up to have breakfast with their students.
Oh, Nathan, that's a good problem to have.
Yes, it is. And we had a great time. We had some amazing donuts and breakfast, and got to hang out and talk for a while. Then we went into a time where we talked about the character word, which I think you wanted to say something about that.
Yes. I want to say thank you to you guys, because All Pro Dads has a wonderful curriculum. If you all get online and you look at the things that they have, it's really fantastic stuff. It's very solid. But we also have a wonderful superintendent, Dr. Jan Harris, and she has written, especially for us, a character ed program, and it has been faithfully taught and followed through at all of our schools here in Dade County. And so Nathan and those working with All Pro Dads have really tried to bring the All Pro Dads program together with Dr. Harris's character ed program. So then our children will see the character word as they ride through town on the billboards and of businesses and banks and whatnot, and of course of our schools. But then we hear the teachers talk about it in the classrooms, and then you guys come in with All Pro Dads. You're encouraging those character words at home with the dads, so it's getting into the homes as well. And I was so excited to hear you guys doing that, because it really supports what we're trying to do in the schools.
Yeah, and Hutch Garmony did a really good job of giving us a challenging speech. And the coolest part of the All Pro Dads, the first one that we did in the elementary school, was that at the end of our time, we went around and let all the dads say something that they were proud of their kids for. And that was just a very special time to see the kids light up when their dad said something very affirming about them. So,
oh, and let me just clarify, the dads are there, but each dad brings their child, correct, as well?
Yes, the dad and the child,
So it's not just for the dads. It is a bonding time for the parent and child as well.
Yeah, and this is important to me also as a dad living in Dade County, because we've lived here for over 10 years, and we chose to move here and raise our family here. And all of my kids have gone through the Dade County school system, and 2 have already graduated. And so I cared about connecting with my community, and I met a lot of dads at this first meeting that we had last week that I'd never met before. So it was really cool to connect with them. And I do want to say that there are no perfect dads. All Pro Dads does not mean you're a perfect dad. There are no perfect dads. A perfect dad is a dad that is always there and never quits and never gives up and is always there to support their kids.
Well, let me ask you this. Clearly you've had a lot of experience. So tell me, what is the most challenging thing that you faced about being a father?
I would say the most challenging thing is that what we do as dads carries a lot more weight than what we say. Obviously, we want to train our children in the right way and encourage them to do the right things, but at the end of the day, they are going to do what I do more than they do what I say. So being a dad is real, it's difficult, but it is the most rewarding thing I've ever done.
That is fantastic, and that is the heart of All Pro Dads. It is the heart of All Pro Dads. It's getting at those most important things, because they grow up so fast.
Yeah. And I do want to say we've already made plans to move to a bigger space next time. So all the dads with kids in, I believe it is it 3rd to 5th grade?
Yes, sir. It is 3rd to 5th grade on April 17th at 7:30 in the morning.
Yes, come out and see us, and we will be sending something home with the kids to let them remind you of that.
That's correct. And there will also be a pre-K Dad's Day in May. So this first one that we did was K through 2, and then the one on April 17th will be 3rd through 5th, and then the pre-K Dad's Day will be in May. It will be much larger this time, and we had such an amazing turnout the first time, so it'll be much larger this time, and we look so forward to seeing you. Thank you so much, Nathan, for coming in.
Thank you, Cheryl.
Appreciate your time. Thank you all.